Hi, welcome to Instagram, YouTube, wherever you are watching this content. My name is Melissa, and I find myself at the end of September looking at my everyday carry and figuring out how I want to use it, change it, going into the month of October. If you saw me with some still shots of this planner and you'd asked me for a flip, this is for you. The video is also a way for me to document what's working, what's not working, what I might consider changing. So if that interests you, stay with me. If not, click away. Okay, so let's get started. I'll mention the style or brand of planner that this is in case you're not aware, or you haven't seen this before, or you just weren't sure. This is a Filofax Malden in the pocket size. Color is ochre. It's a pretty straightforward planner. I have been using this for roughly a month. I purchased it during the summer, so I'm shooting this on September 30th. It arrived to me early August, but I didn't set it up until early September because I'd intended for this to be my fall planner. One thing that I will say is I did purchase this off of the warehouse, Amazon.ca. Some of the rings need a little TLC. But I'm okay with that. It was about $40 Canadian, so there's a trade-off there. The one thing that I didn't expect, so I'm familiar with rings that don't quite snap tight on my Filofaxes, unfortunately. What I wasn't expecting is that, and let's see if the camera will focus, that the finish wasn't consistent. So the finish on the leather, let's see if the camera will focus, it's missing. It was like that before I started using the pen loop. And I do have a pocket size in the ochre that arrived 2 weeks ago that also has a finish issue with the leather. So I haven't decided if I'm returning it or not, or if I'm just going to put up with it and condition the leather myself. Haven't decided. Anyways, just be aware if you're ordering your planners to take a look at details that may not be obvious. Stitching is something I always look for. I didn't expect missing finish. Anyways, let's see how I used this. So in the pocket, I intended to have transportation change, just in case I misplaced or forgot my Presto card, which is the public transportation system, sort of name, if you will, for the area that I live in. But I hadn't been going out using public transportation a lot, so I didn't put in, a bus fare or two. In this pocket, I keep something that's pretty. I collect Starbucks cards. I do use them. It's time for me to switch out to something that's a little more fall-like, but I love these cards. I do have a collection of them. Helps me budget for coffee as well. In this pocket, which I'm not going to show you, I have my debit card. It's my most used card at the moment because a lot of places are not accepting cash during this pandemic. And behind that I have my health insurance, my driver's license, it's actually a motorcycle license, and I have a credit card, which I don't typically use, so I may take it out for October because why carry it if I'm not actively using it. I keep some cash, any kind of receipts that I want to keep track of, that's back here. Okay, so let's talk about what hasn't been working. So I don't have anything in this back pocket, and I don't have anything in this pocket at the present. I did have a Moleskine Volant, V-O-L-A-N-T, little notebook in here, and it's beautiful, it fits. But after one night of resting in this pocket, it marked the leather really, really obviously, and I wasn't willing to have that as a trade-off of having a little notebook in here. So right now I don't have any scrap paper in there, but I'll probably put some in. What hasn't worked as well is the pen loop, but not just for the fact that the leather is unfinished and rough to my hand. There's little flecks of leather that are coming off. My pen, this is a Parker Jotter. I have a handful of these in different colors and finishes to kind of go with my mood. That's my version of deco, is coordinating my pens. The loop was really, really tight at first, but I've literally seen this pen go flying across a room when I take out my planner to pay for something or to take notes. It's not staying in. I found it in the bottom of my purse And so I need to assess what pen I want to fit in here that I like that will actually fit. I currently have a ballpoint in here. It can handle a gel refill, just if you're curious and you've stayed away from these slim little pens because you don't like the ballpoints. They do take gels, at least the current designs do. I'll have to try my 30-year-old jotter to see if it will take a gel as well, but we'll see. Okay, so quick flip here. This is a graphic from an artist, Elise Renouf. I'm not quite sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, probably not. I just like the design, the colors. I misprinted it. I had some cardstock that I had not been successful in stamping, so I used double-sided tape to overlay this, punch everything together, and make use of it. This is part of what's not working. So on the back I have a item from, I think it's the Planner Spot on her freebies, Friday freebies, or first Friday freebies. I was experimenting with how small I could scale things and still make things useful. So it says, listen, share, support, stand, vote, remember. This covers up some ink, but it also has ink transfer on it. So I liked creating something that was unique to me, which is what this is. It's a stamp I've had for over 10 years to create a sort of a brain dump flyleaf, if you will, but the ink is still transferring. So I have to figure out what kind of cardstock I can use where I'm not going to have that ink transfer. I just have to look into how to do that. I've got a little The Child sticker from a pack of stickers I found in my local dollar store. It makes me smile. That's why it's there. Planners should not be so serious. My tabs in here are little metal clips that I got from a store in Toronto called Paper and Cloth. It's a physical store. Beautiful stationery. They do sell things online. So little index clips, often used for Japanese style notebooks. I'm not going to pull it off on while I'm filming, but these are movable and I can reuse them as much or as little as I want to. I have a little park-it section. I've used the Filofax Flyleaf as a writing surface. I'm using 20-pound paper. It's what I could find in the store when I was buying paper for our printer. You know, pandemic, it was before things were restocked. I have some freebies from Peanuts Planner Co. for making lists. I've also purchased a lot of insert styles for different sizes from her shop, so I am comfortable making use of the freebies. I try not to use freebies unless I'm also willing to support the shop. I'm in a position to do so, so a couple of dollars here and there I think is a fair trade for access to freebies. It's been more than a couple of dollars, but you know, it's the principle. So I've got some Filofax to-dos. I'm trying to use the inserts that came with the planner, but there's some things that just I need to find alternatives for. I haven't used this grid. I just find it's a little bit too small right now. I've been used to a slightly bigger grid. I've got note paper that I haven't used, so I might be taking a bunch of this out going into October. My contacts pages I did not fill out because I anticipated doing this flip a whole lot sooner and no one needs to see those. This is a Crossbow Printables sort of design. She sells it as a bundle, or you can buy individually. I bought it as a bundle so I have access to a lot of graphics for different sizes that I can repurpose, so I'm not constantly purchasing content. So this is from EO Edits, Planner Purge, something I need to actually think about doing as I go into October. What's working, what's not working. I like this quote. Sometimes you just need a fresh start, a new beginning, a clean slate, so on and so forth. Also from EO Edits. I thought it was a good way to approach looking at how a planner works and doesn't work, because it's got to work. Otherwise it's just decor. Speaking of decor, this is a bookmark. It's not meant to hold a lot of paper, so I just have it as a decorative item. And somebody had gifted me, shout out to Lisa, with a card to Paper and Cloth. And this was something that was on my wish list, my personal wish list. And I was able to pick it up with her little surprise gift card that she gave me. Okay, so flipping through, I have a planning routine insert that I have not actually used. Once I get my fall schedule underway. I might fill this out as my fall schedule. This is my everyday carry. It's just meant to get me through going grocery shopping or make notes of a restaurant that I like or don't like. So I'm not sure if this is really the place for this schedule. I haven't decided. I've got the little calendar that comes with the planner, personal information that I have not filled in because of, well, I think I forgot, let's be honest. Religious festivals, I have kept that information in for my own personal awareness. And I use a little magnetic clip to kind of hold some of the foldables that I keep meaning to fill out and haven't. So let's talk about magnetic clips. This comes in a pack of 8 with some other colors. It holds a few pages, not a lot, but I can get something from Peter Popper Press, which was the brand that was reselling this for the little clips. I can get this or something similar from the product line at my local stationery shop. I realize that not everybody can, but I can, and so I have just tried to make use of what's available to me locally. So it's not as strong as an ollie clip, but 8 for $5 plus tax. It's a good deal. There's cupcakes, there's trees, there's other things, there's like little owls and animal critters, and there's religious motifs if that's your thing for your planner, but it was a nice alternative to an expensive shipping item. This is a fold out that I'll probably use once my schedule resumes next week. I've got some birthdays, things like that. I've got a little calendar stamp that I use to denote that I'm getting into my schedule. I need to put in October. I've got it tucked behind here. So this is a month on 2 pages. It just gives me an idea of appointments that I have to be at, places I have to be, major holidays that are coming up. It's not meant to be highly detailed. And I haven't gone past, well, when I was in September, I just had October, so I could write in things that I needed to be aware of, but I don't have a lot that's on display. What I do have is this little paper clip, which is also very cute. I think it's Midori, as well as the bookmark and the little index tabs. So I've got high-level things that are noted. I'm struggling with having enough space. I am using my planner as a contact tracing tool as well. So if I've gone shopping somewhere for groceries or the drugstore or what have you, I know where I've been on a given day. So I'm using it that way. Key items that I need to know about in a week. I started playing with sort of a tracker on a piece of grid paper. You know, what am I doing for movement? What am I learning? Those are things I like to kind of use as a nudge for myself. Some weeks I'm more successful than others. I've got a to-do to get. So I tried doing this. I made some notes. What did I want to donate? What do I want to put out for recycling? What needs to go for special recycling, like batteries, fabrics, chemical waste, you know, that type of thing, like tins of paint or whatever. So yeah, I have to review this and plan what October is really going to look like. And I'll probably drop September once I'm into a full week of October. Yeah, so I'm evaluating, trying to figure out how much to keep. This is meant to be a really simple everyday carry. I do have some daily pages in here in case I need them, but I might set up a personal or A5 with sort of a command center to work with my teaching binders. I have a couple of those, one for public group classes and one for private clients. So I have multiple planners because not everything needs to go with me everywhere. Just trying to gauge how much do I really need in this planner at the moment. So this is another example of, I used a stamp. I love the stamp. I've had it for years, but ink transfer. So this is just a quick little grocery guide, a prompt, if you will, in the grocery store. If I don't have a list, I can quickly scan this. These are the things that are often in my pantry or my fridge. And what do we need? Fresh fruit and fresh veg. Apparently I didn't think we needed that. We do, but anyways, I guess I have to go and fill that out. So that's something that wasn't working. I wasn't finishing things off. My Money Doesn't Grow on Trees. This is actually a fern leaf stamp, but it's as close to Money Doesn't Grow on Trees as I have in my stash. So I have spending rules from, oh, I think it's Arlie Plans as her handle. I have a budget tracker. I've been tracking my budget in another kind of family planner, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use this here, but it's a nice idea for personal items. I wanted a navy planner, pocket size. Was it a want, a need, and did I get it? Actually, I did, so I need to go and update that for a future video. And my next planner for my daily carry after this is retired after the Canadian Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks, excuse me. So this little pocket is back here. It has some scrap paper. It has some month stamps if I want to create something with that. Anyways, I was just trying to make use of ink that I already had on the stamp and checking stamp pressure on my paper. So it's here in case I need it or want to make use of it. I've got some clips, and then I've got a piece of paper that's cut to Pocket Plus, just so I can see how it handles against a pen when the pen stays in the loop. So that's what that piece of paper is for, is just for me to see what does Pocket Plus look like in a Pocket Malden. It's not going so well, it's kind of dog-eared. I have a little card from my husband. I have my business cards. I have stickies, they're removable, they're from Avery. Basically office supply stuff, nothing fancy. It works. There's another colorway and they're transparent and kind of more pastel in nature. I have those too for when I am in that mood. I have a Band-Aid in case I need it. It's an O Canada Band-Aid. Oops, I had a phone number there. I'm gonna have to blur that out. I have some plastic index cards for recipes or whatever. I got them in the discount section of my local Walmart, and they make the perfect page lifter if you don't have access to a more traditional page lifter. I just punch them and they do the job, and yeah, it works as a page lifter, what can I say? So that's a flip for now, a record of what's working and what's not working for me. And if you had asked me to do a flip, I hope you found this useful and you've clicked away if it wasn't useful. Thank you for watching. I am going to update this for October with a pre-Canadian Thanksgiving setup, and then I'll flip over to another planner, blue, a dark blue, for the balance of October and probably November. So I'll do a flip for that planner once I've set it up and I've evaluated how it's working, not working. So this might be a series for me, what's working, not working, so I'm on top of making this a useful tool. So far it's been good for me to remember my dates, keep track of family, birthdays, wedding anniversaries. It has not been the grocery guide that I thought it would be, but we'll see if that changes. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Happy planning.